In San Francisco, a popular jazz bar in the Haight-Ashbury neighborhood is closing. The owner of Club Deluxe sent a letter to musicians about the closure, saying the rent is just too high.
KRON 4's Rob Nesbitt talked with some of those musicians and regulars about the closure, and he joins us now live with more on what they're doing to try to help out. Rob.
Ken, I've seen multiple posts online from people who are upset about the club closing, and I've received several phone calls from people who want to help. Clearly, this club has had an impact. Walk through these doors any given night of the week, and you'll find the sounds of jazz. And probably Brett Young, who has become a regular at Club Deluxe since moving to San Francisco.
It has this kind of feel that as soon as you walk in the door, it's almost like stepping back in time to another era when this music was, commonly found everywhere.
Musicians have been playing the Haight-Ashbury venue since it opened in 1989. You can find tenor saxophone and clarinetist Cameron Ortiz playing there a few times a month.
Giving all you can, and people are giving it right back energetically. You just feel like everybody's oh man, this is home. It just feels really good.
He's booked to play Friday night, but that could be his last. Musicians received a letter from owner Sarah Wild that Club Deluxe will be closing despite her best efforts. The owner says she's doing everything she can, but can't afford to stay in the current space. Kathy Lemons is a regular performer with her touring blues band, The Lucky Losers. Since moving to San Francisco in 1987, she's seen around 20 music venues shutter their doors.
We're losing our culture in San Francisco. It's clear. And it has to do with rents.
In her letter, Wild says she would like to move Deluxe to a new location to see it continue. In the meantime, lovers of the jazz club are doing what they can to keep it in Haight-Ashbury.
It was really sad learning about that this morning.
Carrie Young with San Francisco Heritage says the nonprofit that works to preserve the city's cultural identity is advocating for Club Deluxe to be added to the San Francisco Legacy Business Registry, run by the city's Office of Small Business and Legacy title that gives landlords incentives to extend affordable leases.
Landlords agreed to extend a legacy business's lease for 10 years or more, then they can receive a grant in order to do so.
Whatever the future holds for Club Deluxe, regulars hope San Francisco stays in the address. Frustrated to know that yet another fixture could be priced out.
And when you take this away from the city, it's like you're carving out part of the city's soul and just throwing it into a dumpster.
It's unclear when Club Deluxe plans on closing for good. I've reached out to the owner for comment, but have not heard back. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt, KRON 4 News.
Thank you, Rob.